Welcome to the Performance Center. I know you had a lot of offers on the table, and I'm glad you chose to go with the WWE. We know how talented you are, and we want to put you on the fast track to the NXT title. Now go get warmed up. I have a matchup for you once you're ready to go. All right, so today you'll be training with Enzo Amore. He's going to help you learn a few things. Get in there and we'll get started.
What's up, YouTube? This is MouthWiz97 and welcome to episode number 1 of my WWE 2K16 My Career Mode. And as you can see, we are on the fast track of this young superstar. The superstar of choice this year is Zero. Yes, that is the created wrestler we're going with this year. Be sure to stay tuned to see what exactly this kid is made of. And in the background, you can see me just sort of fiddling around with this tutorial. Look at this submission system. Look at how great I am at applying these submission holds. Man, that's going to take some getting used to, I gotta admit. But yes, this is the first episode of My Career Mode. We're going to be doing a full series like we did last year with Jet Storm. And if for some reason you missed that series, if you're new to the channel and you're wanting to check that out, then be sure I will leave an episode link to episode 1, if I can speak properly. I'll leave a link to episode 1 of last year down in the description below. Should I remember, which I might forget. I do that sometimes. And yes, you can see I actually did a custom logo this year. I know, that's big for me. It's not that great of a logo. Well, I like it.
That's what I wanted to see. I think that's good for now. Go take a break.
But yeah, as I was saying, I like the logo. And it might not be the most complex, but I feel like it does the job well. I mean, also we got that little skunk tail of hair there, of hair dye for Zero. I just wanted to experiment with it a little bit, see exactly how it worked.
All right, I want to see what you could do in a real match. I'm pairing you up with Tyler Breeze. He's a former #1 contender for the NXT title. If you get past him, we'll be sure to debut you at NXT in the near future.
So yes, we have Tyler Breeze right here. This is our first official training matchup. It's not just a basic tutorial, although it does show how these matches sort of work. So you can see we have the little rating system up there in the corner. Well, it is a tutorial, but it's more of the My Career tutorial and not a gameplay tutorial. So this is more of an official matchup, as we're going to be taking on Tyler Breeze. Speaking of people I like to debut to Universe Mode, Tyler Breeze is another one that I'm really looking forward to using. But tonight, he's taking on Zero. So Zero, this is a good chance for him to kind of warm up here in the Performance Center, show these people, show Jason Albert what he is made of. As we see, he's just sort of taking his time right now, just kind of methodically wearing down Tyler Breeze, just almost toying with him here a little bit. And as we can see, Zero, he also doesn't use any knee pads, which is a decision I don't know, I wasn't too sure about at first, but I feel like, you know, I'm trying to go for something different this year. I want him to be different from Jet Storm. So I think I did a good job. I wanted him to be... See, here's the thing. If you're kind of confused with the hair dye, well, for one thing, that took me like 45 minutes to get right, guys. It took me like 45 minutes to settle on a hairstyle for Zero. I could not find the hairstyle that I wanted. I don't know what it was, but that took forever. Jeez, I'm a picky guy when it comes to hair, I suppose. But anyways, basically what was going on was I wanted him to have white hair, but I wanted him to be pale at the same time, and that was not working out at all. So I figured, okay, you know what, we're gonna try this hair dye thing. Messed around with like 5 or 6 different hairstyles, and maybe about half an hour through, I realized that I could tilt the camera vertically for the hair dye, and that made things a little bit easier. And I could also change the zoom for the hair dye, so that helped out as well. Might not be the most perfect hair dye. There might be a little bit of bleeding up in, you know, near the roots of his hair, but I think I did a pretty good job with it. It looks pretty clean, at least from a distance. I feel like close up it doesn't even look that bad, although I will admit it's not perfect. But we will be seeing, I'm going to be trying to update with these logos for Zero. I've been working on a knee pad one, or a kick pad one, I should say, but it didn't seem to match up right, so I gotta work more on that. Like I said last year, well, actually I didn't say that this video, but if you're new, last year Jetstorm was basic. Let's be real. He was generic, didn't have any really custom logos. So this year is actually the first year that I'm trying to, like, I've tried Paint Tool before and wasn't that great at it, but this is the first time that I'm actually going all out. Like, I'm going to put these custom logos in the game, and I'm going to try to make my guy look unique. Usually I can get a pretty unique base design, like I'm good with setting up like the body formula and stuff, but for some reason I just haven't been the greatest with logos, or I haven't been motivated. But this year I'm going to try something different. And as we can see, Zero just took Tyler Breeze down with that slingshot Falcon Arrow. And that's one thing Zero does have that Jetstorm did not. That is in-ring experience. Jetstorm, he was a green superstar when he made it to the Performance Center. Zero, though, he's had some practice beforehand. He's been on the Independents. And look at this! Zero hits the finisher, and he likes to call that level 0 as he hooks the leg on Tyler Breeze. 2 count. Good night. Good night, Prince Pretty. That is a victory for Zero here tonight in the Performance Center. Or maybe it's today. I don't know. We're not really outside, so I can't tell. But, as we see, we've got a bit of a results screen. We had a 3.5 star great match, which is good to see. Didn't really keep that up there very long. I do apologize, but the next one I'll be sure to leave up for a little bit so I can read it this time, and hopefully you can read it as well.
You've decided that your first official NXT match is going to be Finn Balor and Hideo Itami versus Baron Corbin and you. To get you prepared for that match, we're putting you up against the Vaudevillains. Show me you deserve to be in that match.
Alright, so now Zero is teaming up with Baron Corbin. That's gonna be an interesting alliance, and I gotta say, it is really cool to see somebody like Baron Corbin in the game. It's really cool to see these new NXT guys brought into the game. Last year we had like 5, and this year we have a bigger NXT roster. We have, I think, around 10 to start, and then of course we'll be bringing in Blake and Murphy and Samoa Joe later on, so that'll give us a nice 13 NXT superstars, even though they're not going to be incorporated into my career mode. Joe and Blake and Murphy, I should say. But still, that's a pretty good NXT roster. We're getting there. I would have preferred to have more, but, you know, gotta pick and choose your battles. And we got a good variety of superstars in this year's game, so I can't complain. But we're going to be teaming up with Baron Corbin to take on the Vaudevillains. And I gotta say, for a debut match, to take on Hideo Itami and Finn Balor, that's gonna be great. I hope Zero can capitalize on the opportunity. We'll be getting to the NXT debut next episode, and especially teaming up with a guy like Baron Corbin, who he's just got the size, the strength advantage that it's clearly going to stand out against guys like Balor and Itami, who are more well versatile with their speed, but Baron Corbin can kind of neutralize that with his power. And then Zero, he's the wild card in the whole situation. Zero, he's the new kid in town. He has had experience on the Independent, so it's possible that some of these superstars know who Zero is, and they've seen a little bit of his work, but for the most part, he's a relative unknown, and that could perhaps give Zero a bit of an advantage heading into his debut. And I mean, when you're going up against an NXT champion in Finn Balor, that right there is amazing. Just to think that Zero is being put into the same ring in his debut as Finn Balor, I mean, that's you can't really ask for much more in a debut there. As now Simon Gotch is tagged into the ring, and here's a backbreaker from Zero, as he's now just stretching Simon Gotch out there, just wrenching on the back of Simon Gotch. As Zero now waiting for Gotch to get back to his feet. Look at this. Hooks both arms for a double underhook suplex as he takes Simon Gotch down. And one good thing I'm happy about this year, even though, you know, my sleep schedule is going to be totally wrecked, because last night I was up recording, I had to get this career mode done, this first episode, and it took me like an hour to create Zero, so that kind of sucked. That took up a bunch of time. I'm running on little sleep, guys, today, because I really had to. Next week is going to be a busy week for me, so I got to make sure that I get not only videos for this week, but next week as well. And since I couldn't really prepare beforehand because the game only came out on Tuesday. Whether this video will be up on Wednesday or Thursday, I'm not sure. It might be up before the Universe episode, it might not be. You guys will know by the time this is uploaded, so this is all, you know, in hindsight, you're probably like, you're wasting time. Stop talking about this. But I don't know yet. So this episode and the first episode of Universe Mode I've recorded, so I'm looking forward to uploading those. I just don't know what order yet they're going to be. But yes, I do have to really, like, I have to get a lot of work done in these next few days to get prepared for next week. As, oh, a huge rolling elbow there to the back of Simon Gotch's head. And I gotta say, I love that move. I mean, it's in his base moveset that I didn't even have to customize, but I love that move. That is just awesome. Might just keep that one. As we see now, Tornado DDT from Zero as he planted Simon Gotch on that one. And now Zero. He's just waiting for Gotch to get back to his feet. And another DDT. Forget waiting. He's just going to continue the assault on Simon Gotch. As the Vaudevillains, they're in a bit of trouble. As Zero is just bringing the fight to them. Hasn't even had to tag in Baron Corbin yet. As we see, oh, here we go. Zero setting him up for the slingshot. Falcon Arrow. Absolutely planted Simon Gotch. And now he's measuring his man. Gotch back to his feet. There's a kick to the gut from Zero. As now he hooks the arms. And he's going to set him up. He picks him up. And level Zero right there. As Simon Gotch, he's out cold. Zero, he hooks the leg. 1, 2. No, but Aiden English is there to break it up. And that was a bit of the, you know, these two men, they are a tag team, so they know when to look out for each other. Oh, another rolling elbow to the back of Simon Gotch's head. And that could knock him out cold if he wasn't already still unconscious. And, oh, Aiden English. Aiden English just got leveled by Baron Corbin into that ring apron. As Zero, he got the pinfall there off that rolling elbow. I don't really think Simon Gotch regained consciousness off level 0, to be honest. I think he was just out on his feet. So yes, we can see, looking at our traits at the moment, I'll have to go in and customize that at some point. But for now, you know, he's just in the Performance Center. He doesn't really need too much of a personality. So we'll give that a little bit of time, kind of see which side Zero sways onto. But yes, that's a victory. So we're looking impressive heading into our debut.
Hey, wait a second. Next week is your first match on NXT. With all the lights and craziness that happens on that day, don't forget to go out there and have some fun. We all do this because we love this business. And I can tell that's what you bring to the table too. You're going to do some big things in the WWE, kid. Just don't let all this go to your head.
And those are some famous last words, am I right, guys? I mean, I gotta say, Jason Albert, I like him already. You know, some positive reinforcement. That's not really a bad thing. I can't say that's a bad thing. But anyway, that is it for this episode. I want to thank you all for watching, and until next time, keep on YouTubing.